At his rallies, presidential candidate Donald Trump excited his most avid supporters through displays of toughness. His calls when a demonstrator acted up to get him out of here, his incantations of his reality show signature "You're fired," his promises of robust actions on day one. He promised his ecstatic followers that he'd tear up trade treaties and the Iran nuclear deal. He'd force other countries to renegotiate, and he'd be tough in his dealings with them, just as he'd been in business. And he'd show those so-called NATO allies that the US wasn't committed to defending them. No more of the wishy-washy deference to other nations that Barack Obama had displayed for 8 years. Also, on that busy day one, he'd have a replacement for Obamacare ready for Congress to enact immediately. He'd pick the very best people but wouldn't hesitate to get rid of someone who wasn't up to the job. Above all, he'd be decisive, no vacillating figurehead. He'd be a man of action, tough and strong. And then Trump not only didn't have an alternative to Obamacare ready on his first day in office, he never offered one. Moreover, when House Republicans presented to him their own ideas about what should be in the health care bill, they found him to be an easy mark. This was in part because the president didn't much care what was in the health care bill. He just wanted to sign one, he told aides, that would make him look presidential. He'd said in the campaign that he'd produce a health care bill that was better and cheaper than Obamacare, but it turned out that